Hello students, welcome you back in the next lecture of science. In the previous lecture, we have started with chapter number 7, that is nutrition and diet. And in this chapter, we are studying about the nutrition and nutrients. Every living things they need nutrition for the following purposes as I have said. You can see on the screen for obtaining energy, growth of the body, carrying out day-to-day functions of our body and fighting different diseases. Okay, so nutrition and nutrients are helpful here for all these purposes. We need food and water for all these different purposes. Then afterwards we have seen the different type of foodstuffs. Okay, and there are 6 main nutrients in our food. The very first is carbohydrates, which we get from cereals and pulses. That is why it is our staple food. Then we have fats, which we get from butter, ghee and vegetables. They are energy giving food. Here the energy is measured in calories. That is why the energy in food items is also measured in calories, because it is a form of heat. And growing children, they need nearly 2000 to 2500 calories every day, okay, from the food they eat. Then the next is proteins. Proteins are very useful here for the growth of the body, then for the wear and tear of the body and other life processes. Okay, so we should have proteins in our day-to-day life, in our food. Then next are what? Minerals and vitamins. Minerals and vitamins we need in small quantities, but still their deficiency can lead to various diseases. Okay, then we have seen what are minerals, and then we have seen what are different types of minerals, their functions, their sources, and deficiency diseases caused because of the lack of these minerals. Okay, now then afterwards we have studied about the vitamins. Two types of vitamins: water soluble vitamins as well as water insoluble vitamins. Now today let us see different types of vitamins, their sources, their functions, and the deficiency diseases which are caused because of this lack of these vitamins. Okay, so let us start. So here in the table you can see the first column shows you vitamin. Second column is the uses, functions of the vitamins, that what functions they do or how they do help our body. Then the sources, and finally deficiency diseases. So the very first vitamin is vitamin A here. Okay, so vitamin A help in protection of our eyes and our eyesight. Also it keeps our skin, bones and teeth healthy. Okay, so these are the important purposes or functions of vitamin A. So eye is an important organ to human beings, so you can understand the importance of vitamin A here. The sources of vitamin A are all yellow and red colored vegetables and fruits. Then carrot comes under that only. Carrot is the main source of vitamin A. Apple is there. Then milk, butter, dark green vegetables, sweet potatoes, all these are the sources of vitamin A. And its deficiency of vitamin A can cause night blindness and xeroderma. Xeroderma is a skin disease in which the skin becomes dry, and night blindness is a disease in which the person can see normal in daytime, but the person cannot see properly in the dim light. Especially at night the person cannot see properly. That is called as what? Night blindness. Okay, now let us go towards vitamin B. Okay, so vitamin B, there are different types of vitamin B. We have seen previously also. So very first type here is B1. This is type of vitamin B. It helps in the proper functioning of our nerves and heart. So it is very important for our body, because the functioning of nerves and heart should be proper. Then only we can live a healthy life. The sources here are milk, fish, meat, cereals, nuts, pulses. All these are the sources of vitamin B1. And the diseases caused because of the lack of these vitamins are beriberi. It's a nerve disorder. And the next is muscle weakness or muscle inefficiency. Why? Because you know that it is helping in the functioning of nerves and heart, and this functioning of nerve is not better, then you are going to get these diseases, because beriberi is also a nerve disorder, and muscle weakness and muscles efficiency is also because of the nerves disorder. Okay, so you should understand the importance of B1. So you should include all these sources in your diet. Then next is B9. Here this particular vitamin, it helps in the growth of the body, and its sources are deep green vegetables, papayas, kiwis. And the deficiency diseases are improper growth, anemia. I told you what is anemia here. Okay, that is less hemoglobin level is called as anemia, or the blood in the body is less. Then forgetfulness, this is one disease in which a person forget the things, and slow movements. So all these are the deficiency diseases which are caused by lack of vitamin D. Then next is B12. Okay, so B12 is helping in the formation of red blood cells. Red blood cells, you know its function, they provide oxygen to each and every part of the body. Okay, so here formation of red cells are done by vitamin B12, and its sources are meat, milk products, milk and milk products. And the disorder is anemia. As I have said that anemia means the less amount of blood present in the body, or the hemoglobin level is less. So these diseases can be formed because of B12. Okay. Then let us go towards the next vitamin, that is vitamin C. Vitamin C, the functions are what? Vitamin C gives the protection to the body tissues. Also, it helps in formation of collagen. Collagen is a type of protein which is essential for gums, teeth, bones and skin. Okay, so health of all these, it depends on vitamin C. Health of gums, teeth, bones and skin, it depends on vitamin C. Therefore, vitamin C is very, very important to the body. Now, vitamin C you get from all the sour foodstuffs, the foodstuffs which are sour. Okay, like amla, kiwi, oranges, lemons and other citrus fruits, cabbage, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables. From all these we get. Okay, all the citrus food or all the sour fruits and foodstuffs, they contain vitamin C. And the deficiency diseases are scurvy. Scurvy means bleeding gums. If the health of the gums is not good, then the gums they bleed. This is called as what? Scurvy. And because of that our teeth they become loose. Then thyroid malfunction. Okay, we have a gland in our throat. The gland is called as thyroid, and its malfunction is caused by lack of vitamin C. Okay, then the next disease is, next vitamin is D. Vitamin D is very, very important for the strength of our bones. Okay, so here the main function of vitamin D is it absorbs calcium and phosphorus for our healthy bones and teeth. Means absorption of the calcium and phosphorus is done by vitamin D. Calcium and phosphorus we can have from the foodstuffs, but if there is a deficiency of vitamin D, then the absorption is not going to take place. Okay, and you can suffer. So from where we get vitamin D? The best source is sunlight, tender sunlight you can say. Okay, The exposure to the sunlight is the best source of vitamin D. Vitamin D is generated under the human skin or in the human body in the presence of sunlight. Also, we get vitamin D from the substances called milk, fish, eggs and butter. But sunlight is the best source because it is generated under our skin in the presence of sunlight. Then the deficiency diseases here are what? Rickets. Rickets means what? The bones, they get softened. Softening of bones is called as rickets, and because of that we can cause pain and there is a possibility of fracture also. Okay, so all these are the diseases which are caused by rickets. Is a disease caused by the lack of vitamin C or deficiency of vitamin C. Okay, then next we have vitamin E. The functions of vitamin E are smooth functioning of metabolism inside the cells, reproduction, and maintaining the efficiency of our muscle cells. So all these are functions of vitamin E. The sources here are what? Wheat germ, green leafy vegetables, tender leaves and vegetable oils. So all these are the sources. That means what? We should include vegetable oil, wheat germ, green leafy vegetables, tender leaves, then almonds, peanuts. They are also a great source of vitamin E. So we should eat almond. You know that almond oil contains lot of vitamin E. So these are more sources of vitamin E. And the deficiency diseases here are what? Weak muscles. You can have your weak muscles. Then obstruction in reproduction and skin disorders. Because for skin, very good skin, we need vitamin E. So if there is the deficiency of vitamin E, you can have skin disorders. The next is vitamin K. Vitamin K is very important. Why? Because it is essential for the clotting of blood. It helps in clotting of blood. Whenever we have some injury, we find that the blood stops automatically. Blood clots there automatically. Why does this happen? It happens because of vitamin K. So if there is a deficiency of vitamin K, there is a possibility of excessive bleeding after the injury. So we should have the proper amount of vitamin K in our body. And the sources here are green leafy vegetables. Okay, then broccoli is a very good source of vitamin K. Sprouted pulses, egg yolk. Okay, egg yellow of eggs means what? Egg yolk is a very good source. So all these we should include. So you can understand here the importance of the vitamins. We require them in small quantities, but they are very essential for our body. Okay, now let us go further. Here you can see the pictures from which the foodstuffs you can see here, and this foodstuff, from this we get various vitamins. Correct? You can see different foodstuffs. So you should include all these foodstuffs in your day-to-day life, in your diet. Your diet should be balanced. Okay, let us go further. Now here one important point to be noted is that some vitamins, they are very sensitive to heat and light. That means when we cook them or when we expose them to light, then they can be destroyed. Like vitamin C is water soluble and it can be destroyed very easily during the cooking. That is why vitamin rich fruits we should eat raw. Okay, some fruits or some vegetables we should eat raw because vitamins from them are destroyed after cooking. So we have to keep this in mind. Also we should not overcook the food because then also the vitamins are destroyed. Also one more thing we have to keep in mind, the water in which we boil vegetables or fruits, or the water in which we cook the food, we should not throw away that water. because all the dissolved minerals and dissolved vitamins, they are thrown away with that water. So never we should throw the water in which the vegetables are boiled. We should use that as a stock for making the vegetables or for cooking the vegetables. Okay, this is the important part to be noticed. Next, now here please take a note that this part is cancelled in the past. Okay, so this is information about one scientist which you can read for your extra information, but it is cancelled. Let us go further. Then now here you can see some diseases which we have seen in this table. So I talked about the disease scurvy here. So here you can see the how the nails are converted here because of the disease scurvy, and how the bones are bent here. Okay, you can see the bending of bones here because of the disease scurvy. Then you can see this disease rickets. Okay, how the legs are bent because the bones are softened here. Bending of bones is called as what? Rickets. Then you can see the disease goiter, which I explained in the previous lecture. Deficiency of iodine can cause goiter. So these are different diseases. Okay, you can see in pictures that these are the diseases. Okay, let us go further now. Here we have the important information about probiotics. Okay, what is meaning of probiotics? So here probiotics are the useful microorganisms. Okay, these are called as probiotics, and these microorganisms, they convert milk into yogurt. Okay, and therefore they are present in yogurt and buttermilk. So we should include yogurt and buttermilk in our day-to-day life because they contain probiotics. Okay, so lacks of these such microorganisms, they stay inside our intestine. Okay, so they are useful, so their presence is essential. They must be present there. Okay, so in order to maintain their presence or their large amount in our body, we should include probiotics such as yogurt and buttermilk in our day-to-day life. Okay, then here when we suffer from loose motions or when we suffer from vomiting, you know that all the things from our intestine, whatever we eat, they are coming out. We throw all these things through the feces and through the vomitings. So we throw out these useful microorganisms also. We throw out these probiotics also. Okay, so we should include, or at that time whenever we suffer from loose motion or vomiting, we should have yogurt. We should intake yogurt and buttermilk to restore their numbers back in our body. Even when we take the medicines, these microorganisms are killed, useful microorganisms are killed, and so to restore them, we should include yogurt or buttermilk. So you can understand the importance of yogurt and buttermilk here. Okay, let us go further now. Next we are going to understand the concept of balanced diet. So in all the daytime, we consume different things. We consume different foodstuffs. So all that we consume during a day, together it is called as a diet. Okay, but when our diet includes all the foodstuffs like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, then minerals, vitamins in adequate quantities, in sufficient quantities, all the nutrients are present in our diet, then we say that a diet is a balanced diet. Okay, so here balanced diet is important for a strong and healthy body. All the nutrients you need in right proportion and in sufficient quantities. Okay, now let us see what is the significance of balanced diet, or why we should have a balanced diet. Okay, so the very first thing here is we should have the capacity of work, and this balanced diet is giving us increased capacity to work. Our body becomes strong and healthy so that we can have a good capacity to work. Then we should have a very good physical and mental health, and for maintaining this physical and mental health we should consume a balanced diet, because just now we have seen that what is the importance of different foodstuffs in our day-to-day life. Even we have seen the importance of minerals and vitamins for our body. So here, if we have the balanced diet, then and only we can have a good physical and mental health. Okay, then here with the help of balanced diet we can have the capacity to fight the diseases or to fight the various whatever means the things or bad things that come in our life. We can fight them properly if we have a very good physical and mental health. That means here our capacity to fight the diseases, to resist the diseases increases because of a balanced diet. Okay, we can face any situation in our life if we have a good mental health and physical health. Also, it helps in the proper growth of the body. Proper growth of the body is achieved because of a balanced diet. Sometimes we can see that some persons, their growth is stunted. Why? Because they do not include the balanced diet in their day-to-day life, and then they suffer. Okay, now let us go further and let us study more about balanced diet. What are the sources of balanced diet, or how to get a balanced diet? Okay, here in our daily diet we have our lunch, we have our dinner, we have our breakfast, correct? So in these all 4 meals or 5 meals a day, whatever we are taking, okay, we should contain all nutrients in proper proportion. Okay, means whatever we have seen, all the food which are classified into various groups. Okay, so here this space allotted to the each group can be very easily understand by the food pyramid which is given in your textbook. You can see the food pyramid here. Okay, that means which foodstuffs we require in what proportions. Okay, you can see that here cereals and pulses means carbohydrates we require in large proportion. The next comes is fruits and vegetables. We should include more fruits and vegetables in our day-to-day life. Then proportion of milk products, meat, fish and egg is less compared to these two. And the fatty substances we require least. That means ghee, oil and butter, the quantity required here is less. Okay, so by using this pyramid or balanced diet pyramid or food pyramid, you can say, you can understand that how we should have our diet, which things we should include in what proportion in our day-to-day life. Okay, so that food pyramid is going to help us that what we should eat and what we should not eat. It doesn't mean that whatever present here in the pyramid we should eat daily. Okay, we have to choose from this. One day we are eating rice bhakris, other day we can eat wheat chapatis, we can eat rice. Okay, so we have to choose from this. All the fruits we are not going to eat in a single day. Okay, every day we are going to eat different fruits. Okay, so that is how you should choose it, and you should include its proportion in your diet, and your diet should be balanced here. Okay, then here you have to choose from that pyramid as I have said. Then always you have to keep in mind that here if our need of nutrients is met through the food that we eat and the nutrients are used properly by our body, then we can have a good health. Okay, and if we are taking a balanced diet, then we can have a good health and we can avoid the deficiency of different nutrients. Okay, you will not face any deficiency disease if you have a proper balanced diet. If you should include all these things properly in your day-to-day life. Okay, so here, apart from the balanced diet, only eating is not important. We should have a regular exercise so that we can keep ourselves fit and healthy. To keep us healthy and fit, we should have a regular exercise. We should go for walking, we should go for swimming. Okay, then children, they can go for skipping, they can play outdoors. So all these exercises also should be done so that our body can achieve a proper physical and mental health. Okay, so I hope you must have understood the importance of balanced diet in our life. Now let us see about more substances which are important for our day-to-day life. So here such one substance is fiber. Okay, so here we should include the sufficient amount of fiber in our daily diet, because fibers helps to keep our health in good conditions. Okay, so we should include fiber in our day-to-day meals. So here, how to get fiber? We have to include lot of vegetables and fruits and fibrous substances in our day-to-day life. So we have to select a daily diet which includes vegetables, fruits, sprouted pulses, cereals, as we have seen in pyramid. Okay, so that we will get the fiber in sufficient amount. Let us try to understand the importance of fiber through these two questions. Okay, so here you can see two questions are asked under the heading, can you recall what trouble do we have to face if we do not get enough fiber from our daily diet? Okay, so this is the question asked. So what will happen if we don't take the enough quantity of fiber in our day-to-day life? Okay, so if we don't take fibers in the proper proportion in the diet, then there can be the problem of constipation. Okay, also obesity. Obesity means what? You gain a lot of weight. It can be caused because of the lack of fiber in our day-to-day life. So we can have two problems. The first is constipation and the other is obesity. So the fibers are very important in our day-to-day meals. We should take the enough quantity of fibers. That means we should have the proper amount of vegetables and fruits in our day-to-day diet. Okay. Then the second question asked is, what care must be taken to make sure that fiber is not lost or removed from the food that we eat? That means how we can keep the quantity of fiber intact, sufficient quantity in our day-to-day food or day-to-day diet that we take or daily diet that we take. So what we should do? So in order to keep that fiber intact in foodstuff, we should not overcook them. Overcooking destroyed all the vitamin minerals also it destroys fibers. Then unnecessarily we should not peel off fruits and vegetables. If it is necessary, then only we should remove its peels, because the peels, they contain the more amount of fiber in them. Then when we make chapati or bhakris, we should not sieve the flour. We should use the flour as it is. We should use the whole wheat flour so that the fiber remains preserved in that flour. Because you know that the husk of all the cereals, they contain fiber. Also, they contain vitamins. That is why we should not sieve flour. We should use it as it is. Okay, so this is the importance of fiber in our daily life. To avoid obesity and to avoid constipation, we should include fiber in our body. Then the next important nutrients or food stuff in our day-to-day life is water. Along with all the nutrients, water is very essential. Our body needs the sufficient supply of water. We should have the adequate supply of water because water is essential to run all the functions of the body. Our cells by which our body is made up of, they require water. Okay, so water is very important here, and to get water we should have the foodstuffs, all the liquid foodstuffs in our day-to-day meals. We should drink milk, we should drink a lot of water, we should have buttermilk, we should have lemon juice, sherbet, different fruit juices, and we have to drink water time to time. It is said that you should at least drink 2 to 3 liters of water in day because water is very important. Our basic cell from which our body is made, it needs water all the time. Okay, so here water is also important. Now the next topic, that is malnutrition and the junk food and all these we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so today we are stopping here. So students, till that, stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you students.